Hey, my name is Phillip, and I work for a company called Cobot International. I did this slideshow presentation today because I thought I would just talk about it instead. So the construction, the situation is that it's the world's largest industry at around $12 trillion. You can't really avoid it from the buildings that we work in, the buildings that we live in, the streets that we walk on, the roads that we drive on, high rises, low rises, anything that takes place really from day to day, you're touched by construction. However, construction has some issues. Number one being it's very little automated. If you look at the past 20 years, construction has improved per year. The labor productivity has improved by a factor of 1 per year. Whereas if you look at the general economy, it's around 3% per year. Now this in turn leads to more expensive construction, which in turn leads to more expensive housing. It's one good example, which is brought up all the time here in the States and elsewhere in the world. Number two issue is the lack of skilled labor. In general, it's very hard to find the skilled labor that's needed for construction projects, right? So that means projects often get postponed, and it also means that the return on investment will then come at a later stage. Issue number three is on sustainability. The construction industry itself makes up around 35 to 40% of all global CO2 emissions, of which a large share of that comes from the embodied carbon from the construction process itself. So there are several issues in the world's largest industry. And the question then becomes, of course, well, how do we address that? And the way that we see it at Cobot is we're going to do it through the way that humans have improved livelihoods ever since the dawn of mankind, which is through innovation. In our case, that's 3D construction printing. So it's a technology that allows for placing concrete layer on top of layer on top of layer to create a physical structure from a digital file. And I wanted to show you just how that looks in practice. One of our partners in Germany, they 3D printed a 4,000 square feet building with 5 apartments in it, 3 stories tall. And just go ahead and click play. So now that we're all awake, this is what we do. We are the world's largest supplier of 3D printers for the construction industry. We have sold more than 60 systems, 70 systems like this on 6 different continents. We have offices here in Miami, we have them in Copenhagen, Denmark, where I'm from, and in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. We're backed by major investors such as General Electric, the world's largest concrete and cement companies, Holcim and Cemex, and Perry Group that you saw here before, which is very big within traditional construction. So we think finally it's time to disrupt and transform the world's largest industry to make it faster, to make it cheaper, greener, and with more design freedom. Thanks.